Oh, hello, I think I'm live. Hello, my name is Carlos. This is part two of a series that I just started a few days ago. My mission being recreating the Legend of Zelda for the NES, my favorite game full time, this time on 3D. And like I mentioned on the first part, yes, I'm not the first one in doing this. There's been few, attempts in the past. Some people actually published it, and then, until Nintendo came and took it down. Then there's this very popular YouTuber, Cody Kant did this, who also did a video about it. Like in 15 minutes, he compressed all his journey, right? So, but Cody did not make his game public. I will not make my game public. This is just essentially, I want to do it because why not? I want to have this game, and Nintendo's never going to make it, and Cody's never going to release it, and nobody else, whomever releases, is going to get taken down. So, yeah, this is where I'm at, right? So, essentially, I'm working on the world at the moment. So the world building is taking its time. There's a lot of intricacies and detailing. So this is the world, a very iconic map, right? So maybe many of you already remember this map like the palm of your hand. So, right, if you get a closer look, you'll see that I'm doing pretty good progress. In the last few days, I worked on the Green Mountains. So all of those are already kind of created right there. The bottom, the floor itself is really just an image that I'm using as a blueprint. If I deactivate it, you can really see what exactly I have done and what's missing. For example, there's no water, there's no graveyard, there's just like the placeholders, no castles or anything like that. So essentially, let me turn it on again so I'm not that demotivated because there's a long way to go. Okay, so I started by creating the Green Mountains, and then on top of that, I made Link. It's right here, and if I play, I'm also pretty happy that I was able to control it with the 8-bit DO. Now, the controller, of course, is not perfect. This is something that still needs a lot of refinement. The camera is, I'm still wondering what's the best way to do the camera. Yep, so this is Link traveling through the forest of Hyrule. There's no enemies at the moment. There's all these is placeholders. I know I could burn this bush in the future with the candle. Like Jesus Christ, I can walk on water at the moment. This is will be where level 1 is, right? Placeholder at the moment. Right, so it's getting there, it's getting there. So the thing that I've been kind of like putting a lot more time on is here on the back. I have the Death Mountain. There's few levels to it, right? So it's not flat, like it's elevated because it's a mountain. But in the 2D game, that didn't matter. Like, it's like ladders were flat. But in here, and Cody did mention it in his version, there is a part that doesn't make sense in 3D. So I had to accommodate accordingly. But yeah, as you can see, Link also has his iconic sword smash. It works on the 8-bit DOE controller, which is quite exciting. Eventually I'll be able to be fighting enemies here, burning bushes, fighting with Sora here, and so on and so forth. But until I get there, there's still quite a long way to go. But, it's a long journey, but I'm gonna get there. And why not? I like to share it with you guys, whomever might be interested into seeing. This is not so much a tutorial. This is more like this is what I'm doing right now. If you're curious as to how making these games works in this kind of setting, I'm using Unity for this. Might be interesting for you if you're curious about it. Okay, so right, I think I'm doing well. So, the bushes are there, a bunch of bushes. If you're interested about the stats, let me tell you that there are exactly 1,845 green bushes. Now, how many brown bushes? It's about half that, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 905. And then we also have some white bushes or gray bushes, right? The ones in the graveyard. So if I select one and I press F, it's gonna take me here. So those are the white bushes. This is where the graveyard is. And, I just need to make the tombs, make the ghosts. And then this is all the brown bushes. And these bushes, I'm gonna be making everything continue to make everything in Magika Voxel, which is a free software, and it's awesome. I love voxel art. I love 3D pixelated art. So this is the perfect tool for me to use. Now, if my mouse cooperates, yeah, so Zelda, bushes, this is what it look like. And then it's easy because it's just a palette swap here. Green, white, brown, very cool. Um, Link, for example, I use the Amiibo version. So this is the standard Amiibo version, standing. And then I made a few frames to animate, standing, thrusting the sword, right? And then imported those into Unity, stack them together, create some code so it cycles when you're moving around. Yeah, so this is what Hyrule is looking like right now. I'm working on the back here. This is the tricky part, like I was saying, because this is elevated. There's some elevation coming here, and so I don't want to make that incorrectly. So I'm using Pro Builder to create these mountains, these shapes. So let me close these bushes here so they don't take a lot of space. Let's see, I just came back from work. As you can see, I'm still dressed for work. I live in Tokyo. Yeah, works in Tokyo. So taking the train takes quite a while to get home, but I'm feeling pretty good tonight. So gonna put some time into this to get this project moving forward. I have a few materials that I made based on the palettes that I could find online. So I have the brown rock, the green rock, the white rock, right? So in this case, because I have the materials already made, it's just a matter of applying them where they need to be applied. Right there, right there, right there. It's pretty satisfying. Once you have the shapes made, you just kind of paint them like that. Very fun. I love doing this. Okay. Now you might have noticed this floor is white. That's because it's, as I say, elevated. So, okay, I'm working here. That's floor, 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 floor. So those are not mountains. This is mountain. So this is the bottom part of this mountain. Okay, I think that's where I'm at the moment. So I'm gonna keep working on these mountains here. Let's see. So I need to first hide this chunk of floor here just to see what I'm doing. I need to create this. It's going to be the same height as this one. This one is a height of 7 in the y axis. So 5, 7, no, something the same as this one is 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 units upwards. Okay. I need to first get a really decent view of the map, and then deselect what I have selected here and click on the poly shape. And I'm gonna find a good spot to start clicking around. So normally I would select a corner. In this case, I'm gonna use this corner right here. Make sure I leave a gap for what the ladder is gonna be in the future. Connecting here and then here. I'm gonna start connecting all the corners, creating a big shape, and then I'm gonna give them some volume to it, some elevation. That. Yeah, so I've been doing this for hours in the last few days. Other than the link animation, I haven't coded anything. I have a lot of enemies to make in Magika Voxel. I have a lot of, the stones, the graveyards, all the. Look, I think the inside of the dungeons are gonna be after all this is finished, after the outside world is made, after the enemies are working, after the weapons I think are working. I'm gonna do the dungeons at the very end because I think making the dungeons is gonna be like times 2 the work that I need to do. Okay. I like this because once you get in the zone making these things, it's quite therapeutic. Getting your zen. This need to get a good view of where I need to click for the ladder and all the way down. Ooh, yeah, well, what else has been happening? So, like I mentioned on the previous video, I bought the Switch 2. I told myself that I was going to wait, that I was going to be strong and wait for the price to come down a little bit. Maybe it's never going to come down. I mean, I don't know. Here in Japan, they have two versions, the Japanese only version, which is a little bit cheaper. In fact, it's the cheapest version in the world. And also they have the multi-language version, which is essentially a version that you can install any other language, any other account. And because my account, my Nintendo account, is still set to Canada, and a lot of my games I bought on that eShop and everything, I don't want to change my account, right? So I'm kind of forced to buy the English version. I do speak Japanese. I use it every day, all the time at work. I have to read it. I have to write it. But still, I'm a lot more comfortable in English. And when I play video games, normally I just want to relax. And Japanese, kind of like, I feel my body just reacts to it as if it was work in a way. So yeah, I did it. I got the multi-language version. It's good. Look, I just got well, Mario Kart World. None of the other launch games of Switch kind of interest me. Maybe the one that could have been interesting is Cyberpunk, but I'm good because I have a lot of games for Switch One, and a lot of those games are the kind of games that could benefit from performance boost, like Doom, like The Witcher, all of them really. A lot of the games, third-party games especially, need some help. So yeah, okay. So I finished the shape here, but right now it doesn't have a height. So what I like to do is just deselect it because it's kind of glitchy. I find Pro Builder is great, but it's glitchy. So I lost a lot of shapes sometimes. I have to restart Unity a couple times, but it's doing its work. It's doing its work. I cannot complain. Okay, so select the shape that I was working in, and then I need to lock the grid because I want precise increments now. I'm gonna click on activate Pro Builder menu, face selection, select the upper face, and then I'm gonna pull it upwards. Extrude in Y. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the first layer, and then I'm gonna just a notch. I'm gonna decrease the upper face. That's enough. As you can see, creates a little bit of a rivet, and then that once again I can extrude upwards. 1, 2. I'm looking at this number right here, the Y right here. That's it. And then with that done, I escape. And now I just need to finish the shape. Like it's not perfectly made because it's a really irregular shape. So once again, I click on the face tool and I'm starting to push this inwards a little bit. And I can deselect the lock, this one right here, snapping tool, because I want to control this a little bit more smoothly. And what I want is just create the effect of like a second level, like a second floor to it, so to speak. And then you have like the face tool, the edge selection. So with the edge selection, I just can select these lines and also move them around. And sometimes that is what you need to get to move these faces exactly how you want. So there's a lot of faces, there's a lot of edges and vertices that you can manipulate. And the good thing is that these are mountains, right? They don't have to be perfect. So they don't have to be perfectly symmetrical. So in fact, that would look not very realistic if it's perfectly symmetrical. So, which is good news. So I just really want to keep going there. Looks okay. Now I need to do this side a little bit. Right, so I played Mario Kart World. It's good, being that I really loved Mario Kart 8, and that's the classic game that you will always play with people who do not play the Switch, which is most people in my family. I play with my wife, with her family, and things like that, like at work with some people, right? So that's your standard. You know you'll get your money back because it's Mario Kart, right? And I'm sure in the future there'll be more tracks, more characters, DLC, pay DLC, of course, because it's Nintendo after all. But yeah, no, I mean, it's good, but I don't know. I don't think it's an $80 game, to be honest. I mean, it looks great. You can see the difference, right? But also remember that Mario Kart 8 was a Wii U game, right? It's a Wii U game, and then we had Mario Kart Deluxe in the Switch. And finally, we had that for like the whole generation, right? And Mario Kart printed so much money for Nintendo. And now we have finally a new one. So it is a good game, but yeah, it does stings that it's 80 bucks. It's a bit crazy. Here in Japan, it was 8,000 yen, so it's less than $80. So everything here in Japan is cheaper. So for example, the Switch, the Japanese version is what? 50,000 yen, which is probably 350 US dollars. The multi-language version was how much was that in dollars? Like 70,000 yen, which is like $500. So I don't know. So it's a lot of money. It's still a lot of money because I remember I paid that much for the PlayStation 5 when it came out. So yeah, gaming be expensive, man, and yeah, Nintendo is getting a little bit, coming from a very successful generation is kind of disappointing, but it's no surprise that it's a greedy, arrogant Nintendo, right? So we need Nintendo to have a little bit of a tough time once again to get a reality check, like what happened in generations back. Nintendo hasn't always been successful in their generations, and just the Wii U, right, in recent memory. And coming from that, they were, humbled and pro-consumer. If things were affordable, they care about the games, the image they had to their customers, things like that. And now we're seeing that they're shifting towards the other side. It has happened with Sony, and it's just the winner syndrome kind of thing, unfortunately, right? Like you start forgetting about the customers, and it's a bit of a shame. Having said that, here I'm a sucker that still went ahead and bought it on day one. So what can I say? I'm part of the problem, I admit. Yeah, well, this is a very big mountain, so it's taking me a while to. So as you can see, it's not hard. This just takes a while. So world building, it's just gonna take a while. But I'm doing good progress this week. Yeah, so I have a full-time job, so I can only do this like now at night. It's 10 p.m. Came back from work, and the weekends is when I can actually do more. So it's gonna take a while, but yeah, I mean, I'm not in a rush. I just released another game, which was a remake from the Intellivision era called Treasure of Tarmin. My version is called Tribute, Tarmin Tribute, because it's a tribute to that amazing game from 1983. So now that that's done, it's out there. I was lucky enough that people tried it. I got really good feedback. Like I was really happy to hear, especially from the people who actually tried the game back in the day and they know about it and appreciate the genius behind the original game. It's a game that I played my whole life because it's the first game I ever saw. It's in itch.io. And yeah, now that I finished that one, it took me 6 months and 1 week to finish and put it out there. I could continue working on it forever. I guess it's one of those things that you have to know when to finish, when to release it, put it out there. You have to be, it has to be reliable. It has to. I still found a couple bugs after release, and I was able to fix them because they were game-breaking bugs. So they're out there. They fixed. I hope there's not going to be anything else, but I'm happy. So it's out there, right? So now that I finished that one, I want to start working on this, which I am doing. And you never know. Your name is familiar. With Unity, you could make this a VR chat world. Yeah, definitely you can do a VR world. And thank you, Nick. Good question. So yeah, Unity is good to make mobile games and low poly games. But for example, uh, games like oh my God, this very popular game that is not on Switch yet, but it's gonna come out soon. Oh my God, I played that game so much. Genshin Impact, that's made in Unity. Also, the latest Zelda, the Echoes of Wisdom, that's I think made in Unity. Link's Awakening is also made in Unity for Switch. So Unity is very versatile, and I think it's pretty fun platform to use. I mean, there's always a comparison with Unreal Engine, and Unreal Engine is freaking awesome too, but it's a little bit more heavy duty. Um, if you want to make a simpler game, mobile game, maybe browser game, which is what I do, I think Unity fits my needs. But yeah, definitely, you can make this world could be made into a VR world once it's made. So that's a good idea. I mean, that could be cool because once the world is done, you can use it for whatever you want. And as I mentioned, I'm not gonna be able to release this game. I will finish it. I can. I'm promising myself that I'm gonna finish it. It's gonna be functional, but it's also gonna be a big shame that nobody will be able to use it but me because Nintendo would immediately have a problem with that, and I don't really want to get into legal problem for a hobby. So what I'm thinking is maybe, and this is just a maybe. Once it's made, I'll reskin everything. Change all the models, change all the enemies, change the map around, change some mechanics like sounds, everything that Nintendo could claim as copyright, which is quite a bit, and just replace with my own assets or from the asset store or something like that, and just put it out there in some capacity. So yes, unfortunately, before you guys ask, I cannot release this for obvious reason, and this is the same reason why Cody Camp did this. Will not release it, right? And the one that was made in 2016 by a couple guys, they did put it out there, and Nintendo immediately took it down once it got some traction and some recognition in YouTube. hmm So yeah, my goodness. I mean, I have zero intent to make any money out of it, but Nintendo will not care about that. And I really doubt that Nintendo will ever release this game because if they release this game, I would like properly made. My head would literally explode and I would buy day one in the best, most premium version that they can give us. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. But is their IP? It is their right to do so, and they have known to be very protective of them. So yes, so this is more for like sharing the journey of game creation. I do this. It's not my job. My job, yes, I do develop software, but it's more for like medical purposes. We use AI in the prevention of dementia, and this is just like my hobby after work. Go back from one computer to another computer. Oh my God, I'm finishing almost Death Mountain. I'm really excited because that means I just need to do this chunk right here, where you get the white sword. I accidentally rewind 10 minutes from live. No worries. I'm here, so I'm here all night. Not all night, but just a while. So it's good to see you. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, so I love this game, man. This is the game that I can play any day, relaxes me. Like I know where everything is. The second quest, I know it well too. Okay, let's think. There is a waterfall here. So that means that this has to be ground level. And this right here, for example, this floor is, let me select it, it's probably 7 units, no, 6 units high. I don't need to make this floor 6 units high because that would be quite a steep climb from here to here. But maybe I can do it a little bit less high. That way, when I do make the waterfall and the Zora domain and the cave is not such a big problem. So let me make the floor first. I'm gonna make the floor first. Let me see if I copy paste this floor. It's huge. Let me try another one. That's huge. Let's try this one. This one is huge. Let's try this one. Okay, that's not too bad. Copy, paste, moving tool. You gotta recycle. Recycling is the key here. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Mm, This one is almost ground level, so I could probably extrude it upwards. A couple units more. 2 would be probably plenty. Okay, so I'm gonna reuse this floor here. It doesn't. Okay, so I need to do that floor over there too. Okay, that's next. right now is 1 square high. So select faces, extrude, grid lock, 3 units, 2, 3, 3. Shall I do 4? Because it's like an important waterfall, like it's very epic climb towards the. Yeah, okay, 4, so the waterfall has plenty of fall, so to speak. If I leave it like that, for example, the waterfall is gonna be this high, which is not that epic, but maybe it's enough. Any higher than that, then I will have to resize all these mountains here. I think it's okay. It's okay. I'll make it look nice when I'm making the waterfall. Alright, let's see. So with that floor in mind, being 4 units in Y high, I'm gonna deselect it so I can see what I'm doing, and it has to be divided in 1, 2, 3 chunks. Alright, so deselect everything, create new poly shape, start from a good corner, which is this one, disable grid snapping, 1, 2, 3. I have to leave plenty of space for the water to flow, so it looks kind of cool. So I'm gonna leave maybe a little bit this here. What should I do? What should I do? How do I do this waterfall? No, wait, the waterfall is not a ladder. So the waterfall can be part. Okay, I think I know. Hang on. Click here. Um, okay, look, if I made a mistake, I might be able to fix it later. So let's just keep moving forward here. Here. The ladder. Straight up. And what I'm gonna do is just leave it like a gap here so the water can flow over it. You know what? I don't know, maybe I'll do this here, like this, so the water kind of like goes there and then it falls. I might need to change this in the future, but yeah, we'll see. For now, I'm just gonna go with that. There, here, here, here. Sweet. We said that it has to be the same height as this one, right? So, Pro Builder, face selection, extrude upwards, nope, but with grid locked. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. Okay, that's good. So the climb will be a lot steeper. That's good, because that way. Oh no, I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. No, this is not gonna work. My 2D, 3D brain. I need to fix this. My god, okay, so how am I gonna do this? I think I need to redo this shape. Oh, too bad. Alright. No, that's not gonna work. I need to leave plenty of space for the waterfall. It has to be 2 chunks. So let's try again. Let's try again. Okay. One, 2, 3. Yeah, this is gonna make more sense. And it's easier to make anyway, these smaller pieces of mountain, death mountain. She's quite epic now that I look at it in Zelda for NES. It was quite an epic place. Deadly. Hard to get to without the right items and the right rings. Okay, so let's try that again. So select face, extruding Y, 1, 2, 3. Nope. Lock. Agreed. 5 units. Okay. And then just one notch, make it smaller and extrude upwards again. 1, 2. Nice. Escape. I'm gonna push this inwards, making it more consistent with the other mountains that I'm making. Okay, so let's leave it like that. I feel like I'm gonna need to work on these mountains a little bit later on, but it's okay. Tonight I just really want to get like the main world, like the mountains base layout, so I can keep moving forward. Okay, let's leave it like that for now. Okay, with the texture. Next, similar deal here. All right, so no, the waterfall is probably gonna need more space. So let me give a little bit more space right here. This one goes all the way down, and then connecting to this ladder, which is going to probably one of the steepest ladders in the whole game, which I need to make sure that my walking animation can handle. Right now, Link falls forwards if it's not perfectly flat, so yeah, that's gonna also be tricky. And the camera, like what kind of camera I'm gonna be using, if it's gonna be like behind your back or if it's gonna be just like a set camera top to bottom. Like in Link's Awakening for the Switch, I was playing that the other day, kind of gave me an idea. Maybe that could be an option. Yeah, but I don't know because they have also really high mountains like here. Like if Link is around here, the mountain would I would need to make some kind of system that you can see through the mountain and always keep an eye on Link. Could be distracting. So, but that way I can control Link with just one stick. I don't need to move the camera with the double stick. But anyway, the camera is other day work. So tonight, finish these freaking mountains. Okay, once again, just face. Extrude forward with the grid selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is easy because it's an even shape, which doesn't happen very often in these mountains. And then 1, 2. Perfect. Escape. Select something else. Paint it. Nice. Right. And then this floor must be this one, I think. Just nope. How about this one? Yes. Okay, so that's the floor. That's the elevation that my waterfall is gonna have. Eventually, right? The waterfall. I'm gonna probably have to pull this shape here, or maybe add another one in the future once I have the water, because I don't even know how I'm gonna do the water. And the water is gonna flow between this upper gap up here, 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 and then fall, and then flow that way. Okay, all right. But for now, that's it. That's where it's gonna stay. And just need to finish off this last part. Oh my god, this is the last one. As you can see, all the other mountains, green mountains, white mountains over there. Oh my god, it's coming to life, guys. This is quite awesome. This is quite awesome. It's coming to life. I mean, it's just insane the amount of work that I have left, but let me have this celebration, this moment. It's cool. It's cool. All right, next. Deselect grid snapping. Select a nice corner. Leave plenty of room for the ladder. Oops, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God, what's that? Ah, shit. Okay. See, this is just, I don't know if you noticed, but Pro Builder glitches sometimes. Like I was, yeah, I'm glad I was able to salvage that. Otherwise, you have to do it all over again. So I'm gonna hide this thing because I need to do the whole thing, not just that. All right, all good, all good. Let's try that again. Okay, let's start from here. I'm pretty new to streaming, guys. So in case you haven't noticed, like I have very basic setup at the moment. I if this gets some traction and it has enough interest, I guess like I'm looking into getting like a decent microphone and making a little bit, I don't know, something more professionally looking, I guess. I'm gonna be doing this a little bit more seriously. But for now, so I apologize if the sound is kind of crappy and the light and all so on and so forth. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need to make it that high, this one, but level 3, no, level 5. Level 5. Ah, it's okay. Let's just keep making it the same. So it's 5. Yeah, okay, let's do 5. How tall is this mountains here? This is 5. So it's 3 and 5, and this is a lot higher than this one. Okay, no, okay, so this chunk can stay like that. The other one, I'm gonna make it just one notch less tall. Okay, so that face selected, extrude inwards tiny bit, and pull a couple unit 1, 7, 1, 2. Deselect grid snapping. On the back part, pushing the faces in. Sometimes this pushing faces doesn't quite work when your shape is really irregular. Okay, and this will probably connect with the back of the mountain right here. So let's do that. How about this side? This is probably okay. Yeah, good. All right, and once done, escape, select something else, and then paint it up. Oh my god, last one. Last one. I cannot believe I'm working on the last one. Hang on. Why does they look the same height? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's the same. 7 high. And this one is 7 high. Oh, okay. Then 7 high. Just like the other one. Okay. Last one. Holy moly. Last mount. No, 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 no. It glitched again. I don't know if it's because I'm on Mac or what. Like, as you know, there's a big Unity release just this year, Unity 6. And with that, Pro Builder got their new Pro Builder 6 out as well. It's a big, very different. Before we had like a nice window and everything. So of course, once you get used to that window and the way to do things, they change everything again. And so you have to get used to things in a different way. Which, look, I'm not gonna complain, and I'm not gonna pretend that that's a new thing, because especially if you work in software development, having to put up with constant updates, libraries, packages, dependencies, everything moves forward, right? So you just gotta, put up with it and get used to that and embrace it, so to speak. So, yep, Unity 6 is out. It's awesome. I'm really happy with what they've done. And yeah, Pro Builder, look, I used it now for dozens of hours making this mountain. So, yeah, I can say that it's great. and I'm really grateful that it works on my MacBook. I'm on an M2 MacBook computer, which is great. I mean, it's this is about the only time that I can hear the fan spinning when I'm drawing these mountains here. Other than that, it's always quite quiet. I wonder if it's gonna be the same when I'm working with the water. The water is also very resource intensive, so I guess we'll see. We'll come to that in the near future. Okay, last time I do this part, hopefully. One, two, oops, no. One, two, three, four. Huh? Ah, it's because it's 4, 3. Okay, so that's how I did it on the other one. Okay, so I need to reduce a notch and extrude 3. 1, 2, 3. Just to leave it the same height. Both? Is that right? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it looks same height as the other neighboring mountains. Good. So let's just connect it. No, disable this. Disable these. Connect it all over here with the other mountain. Very good. And my cat's giving me emotional support. Now he probably just want me to play with her. Stop doing this stupid game and play with me. I think she's thinking. Her name is Cherry. She's cool. Very cool cat. I mean, I guess most cats, if not all of them, are really cool cats. Cat person, I have 3 cats. And normally when I come back from work, they spend the whole day alone. So I understand. Look, I'm just finishing this mountain. Maybe this is what I'll finish tonight, and I can celebrate a little bit because it's been a journey to get all these mountains done. So that's great. I'm so happy that I didn't even finish this mountain properly. Okay, I'll get to that one. And this part here, I don't know if you remember. So there's a part where you just have to keep going up, 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 and the map repeats itself. And then after you do that like 5 times, so this part here, this junction here, if you keep going north, 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 then magically you appear here. So in theory, in the map is just one screen up, but the game kind of loops it. So I'm gonna have to replicate that logic when I'm doing this part at some point in the distant, hopefully not too long from now. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that part too. So right now it's a lot of world design, not much programming involved. And then it's going to be a lot of enemy design, so that's going to be a lot of voxel, Magika Voxel. And then the cool part is going to be, animate those, yes, and also give them the personality, like the attacks, the AI, so to speak. It's going to be a basic AI to move them around. So that's going to be fun too. Okay, so seems like that's it. Paint it. And they fix this mount here on the back, so I don't think I did a good job. It's all over the shop. Cool. Push, push. No, not quite. All right, well, I guess that'll do for now. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Ha ha ha. I need to. This one too. I need to elevate it more because it's supposed to be way higher than that. Okay, so let's try that just to finish it off. One, two, three, four. Should this thing be? No, I think I know. I think the top itself should be higher. So four? Yeah, let's do that. Four, so the cave is actually at four, so you climb 4 units, and then I go the three ceiling, and then extrude that like these. And just a couple. 1, 2 units. 6. Go 7. And then push that one forward. Something strange going on here. This shape is not properly made. What happened here? Oh, I don't know. This shape's kind of weird. It just doesn't. Nah. No, I just want to have to remake this part. Oh well. What can I do? I'm just gonna undo a bunch of times, see what happens. How did this shape got made like that? Okay. One, nope, nope, nope. Okay, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, make it pretty epic. The climb to the lady that gives you the letter. I know. And then 1, 2, that's 7. Yep, so that's the same height as the other mountains. Yeah. And then this one I need to push it inwards. Oh yeah, that's it. It's more like it. And then I think the actual entrance is gonna be probably somewhere around, yeah, I don't know, somewhere here. Okay, all right, look, these details will have to be ironed out when the time comes. So for now, it's gonna stay like this. Oh my God, okay. I think that is it. Mountain-wise, I think I'm pretty... Did I forget anything? Like, I know all the bushes are there. This is where level 2 castle is gonna be. Oh, it's like a leech there, so I need to fix this. What's going on here? Wow, what happened? Ha! This mountain is kinda cut. Why? What happened here? Damn. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Maybe I can pull... No, no. I know this and this connect edges didn't work. Bridge edges? No. Why not? Why do you wanna... You don't wanna do that. Oh, because it's a very irregular edge. It's okay. Well, I can make this mountain again, I guess. Oh my God! Just when I thought I had finished. course I did not. Nope. I mean, fair enough. This is one of the first mountains, if not one, the original mountain that I made. It's a little bit of a mess. Yeah, look at that. That's not good. Look, it looks like crap. Shall I remake it? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. Alright, no worries. Easy. Um, so this shape is 19. No, that's the floor. 20. That's the castle. I see. Okay, so I'm just gonna move it out of the way. That doesn't work. I'm gonna hide the floor to see what I'm doing, and the height of this thing's 8. Oh, so I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then 2. Easy. Piece cake. Let's do it. It's a square, so not a pro. And also, this is the surrounding mountain. Okay, the surrounding mountain, it is brown. 6 and then 8. Okay, so two, 3, no, 3, 4. And then I left. I see. So I left the space for the ladder. So here, here, here. Uneven. Quite uneven. Okay. Right. Escape. Select something else. Select this thing again. And we're gonna extrude 5 and 2 with snapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Okay. Then right and push up again. 2, 1, 2. No, this is wrong. I made a mistake. I think you used to send me PCI request for forms 20 years ago. I used to send you PCI requests forms 20 years ago. Really? Wow. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. But it would be cool if it is, if it's true. No, this is wrong. Okay, so this shape is totally wrong. What am I doing? Let me try again. Bye. Okay, I just need to do this shape again. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I've been up for a long time, and I thought I already finished with these mountains, but maybe that was someone else. I could be. I mean, my name is quite common to some degree, but it's 20 years ago. There's a chance that if it did happen, I already forgot. So, but that'd be really funny and really interesting. It's raining a lot today. It's like in here in Japan, this time of the year is rainy season, so might as well get used to that because for the next few days it's gonna be raining quite heavily here. And then when that passes, the next phase in the Japanese calendar is the humid hot summer, which is quite mugi, like humid and uncomfortable, which is the trademark of the Japanese summer. That's okay. Look, I prefer the heat to the cold anyway. I felt like this year's winter was extremely long, and I'm happy to get hot, be that humid or dry or whatever, whichever way you want to present it to me, I'll be happy to transition to that when the time comes. So I'm not gonna complain about the weather. Rain, yes, because then when it rains, it's hard for me to get out of bed. It's hard for me to get out to go exercising. Yeah, I know it's excuses, it's a mindset, right? I gotta work on that, but yeah, it is what it is. So where am I now? What shape is this? Here. Okay, so it's one, two, three, four, five. How many? How many? Has to be higher. Has to be higher. Okay, try that again. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Is that right? I think I won. Overboard one. No, because the floor is gonna be. I see. Where's the floor? Is it this one? Yeah, yeah, that looks okay. And then the this thing's kind of floating in the. Uh, how different is to this one? Eight. Eight in total, so it's one, two, three, four, five, six. I'm in Phoenix where it's already in the hundreds and we're bracing for the 110. Oh man, that sounds hard. Yeah, is it like a dry humidity over there? Like what kind of heat do you get? And do you cope well with that? Like do you prefer the winter? Phoenix, Arizona. So that's hot. Yeah, man. Hope you're gonna be okay. 8. Really? 8 units? Is that correct? Is that how I did it? Like, no, that's huge. That's huge. One, two, let's try it. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's usually really dry, so if you stay hydrated, it's survivable. Honestly, I've been to Orlando in summer and it's more draining. Orlando, Florida. Florida, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, good luck with that. It's rough. Either way, like extreme heat, extreme cold, either way, it's not fun. So you gotta watch out for the elements. So I don't know, I keep feeling that this is not correct. Check the floor again. I feel like the floor is not correct. Is it higher than that? Let's see. Okay, so this is how the floor was. Because the ladder now connects like these. Okay, so that's the floor. I'm gonna deactivate that. And this shape, I need to pull it upwards a lot more. All right, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I think that's huge. That's huge. No, no. Turn on the floor. Oof, what's happening to me? Okay, I got this, I promise. I got this. And faces extrude. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that, and then extrude just one notch. Very much. 1, 2. Turn on the floor, see if that makes sense. The floor's there, but the floor's all the way to the bottom, so that's not great. So this one too, I need to lift it. Like that. It's a bit... That's okay. Look, the castle's gonna be here. You don't really need to see the distance. I think it's fine. Hmm. Right. Okay. Well, let me keep going. This one. Move these vertices inwards. Tiny bit, and disable snapping. A lot of edges. So when they have a lot of edges, it's really irregular and it gets really hard to manipulate. I love when it's just like a square and makes things so much easier. But in these cases, you end up with this geometry that's kind of hard to manipulate freely. But anyway, it's as I say, it's just a mountain, so it doesn't have to be perfect, right? So mountains are irregular. It's all good. We cannot spend too much time in these details because there's so much else that we need to be doing. Yeah, and once I finish this mountain, I'll be ready to not have to deal with mountains for a while because it's been taking so long. But now that mountains are done, bushes are done, next thing I need to work is on the stones, the tombstones for the graveyard, the armos that are like statues that some of them when you touch them they come to life and they start attacking you. But some of them are also just statues and just like a stone. So that's gonna come next. What else? And then I'm gonna have to start like really getting good at voxel and Magika Voxel to make all the 3D version of the enemies. So my plan is I'm gonna get all the enemies, in pixel sprites, have a good look at them, and try to think how they would look in 3D and just, get good at it, I suppose. And then the thing is that you have to make them in several animations, right? It's because it's simple animation. That's the good thing. It's gonna be just frame-based animation. It's not gonna be rigged. It doesn't need to be that way. In the original game, really, these monsters, even Link, has just like 2 3 frames of animation on the walking cycle, the attacking cycle. So that makes things a little bit easier, which is why this project is doable in a way. Like it's a lot of things that you need to do, but they're okay. They're manageable, at least for me and my time and level of expertise, I suppose. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. Right, and need to paint it with the correct green material, green rock. Okay, right. Oh, what's happening here? Ah, that's the floor. The floor, it's kind of pushing through. Okay, so select it, Pro Builder, this face. I think I just need to pull it here. And this one a little bit here, so not leave that gap. And here I need to make it come all the way to the ladder, and similarly this side too. Something like that. Yeah, that's better. Awesome. Okay, that's better. So I can get rid of this other version here. This one can go. Shape 20. Goodbye. Okay, let me save. Yeah, this is the thing. Unity, out of the box at least, it doesn't have a auto-save feature. And, when you're using Pro Builder, it's gonna glitch. I guarantee. I don't know, maybe if you're using a PC, a beefy PC, it will be more stable. But in my experience, it has been quite unreliable. So whenever you finish something in Pro Builder, just save. That way you don't have to do it all over again. Oh my God, it's coming to life. Look at this. Basic mountains and bushes are working. So just for good measure, before I finish tonight, so like I mentioned, I made a basic script. It's not working perfectly, but I'm able to control Link with my 8-bit DO once it connects. So you can see it has like a few animation frames and it has like the sword. So why don't I just walk to the mountain that I just made? Let's see if that's gonna work. Taking advantage that there's no enemies right now. It's all good. It's pretty quiet. This Hyrule, right? It's no enemies, no princess to rescue yet. It's no threat. Pretty peaceful, but it's not gonna be like that forever. How do I get there? I'm gonna have to go all the way around the shore. I need to think, how am I gonna do the water? The water, it has to be low poly because I don't want it to consume too much resources, and the FPS gets all over the shop. I want to make this game really friendly for browser. So just if you have a browser, you should be able to use it. Okay. It is quite strange to see this world in 3D. Like I know this map well in 2D, but 3D, I must say, is a first. Okay, so I came here, climb the ladder. Nice, and then the castle would be right here. You're ready to do some damage. Okay, so that's that. That's okay, I guess. And now I'm gonna have a quick look at my creation in Death Mountain. Right, so this is you can bomb this. You will be able to bomb right here. There's gonna be a ladder here that connects to the upper level. This is where level 5 is going to be. So it's going to be elevated. Right now it's not. And then here is where you will go to get the white sword. So you climb here. This is going to be elevated too. Kill this. What was the name of this enemy? It's Lionel. And then here, right here, it's going to be an opening. And you cannot do this in the original game, but you'll be able to. You won't be able to like come down the waterfall. And then here, that's where these rocks right here sort of start falling from the ceiling, attacking you. There's going to be an enemy. And yeah, so all this part you're fighting the Zoras, you're fighting the evading the rocks. And then as you can see here, my Link right now does not handle Z axis, but if I keep moving, he stands up, so he doesn't take a no for an answer. And that's shot at the moment. Climb there. Let me see if I can go all the way to where the final level is. Spectacle Rock. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to climb because I haven't done the ladder, so I don't think I'll be able to. Yeah, so I cannot breach that gap right there. Okay, that would be the next step, I suppose. Finish these floors, add the right textures. And yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. So if I see the scene, where am I in the scene? So go player, 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 player controls. So much stuff right now in the hierarchy. So many elements already. Player F. There I am. Okay. So yeah, I will not be able to get there as it is right now. Also, I am not able to come here either. Okay, so I need to finish this. Right. Okay, but I'm really happy because all the mountains are done. Mountains are done. Guys, this took me a while. Took me a while, and I feel like I'm a lot more proficient at the new Pro Builder 6 in Unity, which is always a good thing. Okay. Right, so my next goal is going to be to finish these floors, make sure they're the right elevation, connect with the ladders. So this ladder, for example, this ladder here is okay, is correct. The one in the cemetery. So that one is elevated. It connects from the lower bottom to the next one, and then I need to do the same here. So this here, there's no ladder, no ladder, no ladder. So all those need to be added. So that's probably my next mission. When that's done, I have two choices. I can work on, for example, these rocks, the green ones, the brown ones, just scatter them around, just place them where they should be. Also, there's some trees. These trees, I need to make them too. There's not very many, but you know, there's here and there's some other here's on the Dead Mountain. Static things, also the armors. Here, these armors, the ones that are not attacking you, they're just like the statue version of them. I need to make those and place them. Okay, and then after that, I think it's really the enemies and the water. The enemy and the water, and then I need to make, you know, all the dungeons, these pillars, obelisks, whatever they're called, the fairy. Um, yeah. But the water, I need to, you know, there's a game called Tunic that I like. It's an indie game, awesome, made by one guy that I really like. And he used a really nice water effect, and he made his game in Unity. So I'm gonna see if I can replicate his water because it's really nice. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is what I have right now, and maybe on the weekend I'll do another stream. So this is part two. I'll go for part three. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nick. Good, nice to meet you, and hope to see you around. So have a good evening, everybody. This is Carlos, and see you next time. Peace.